is unlucky and this Chris Paul, this and that. Like for his whole career, we've just giving him excuse after excuse after excuse. He hasn't gotten hurt every single year. His teammate haven't gotten hurt every single year. Like we give him excuse after excuse, but we ready to question someone like Westbrook's legacy after 1 year. Like I'm not even a huge like Westbrook fan. Like he's awful this year, one of the worst point guards I've ever seen in my life. But we ready to question his whole career after one season. But Chris Paul, year after year after year, underperforms in the playoffs, and we just sweep it under the rug or say, he's unlucky.
Chris Paul could have came out here and dropped 1-1-1-1 with 17 turnovers, and he's still twice as much of a winner as that loser Bumbrook. Okay, let's not this conversation. Let's not even do that.
Yeah. Obviously, and
I'm not trying to compare players. I'm not trying to compare players. That was the first one that came to my mind because he's first on my mind because of what he did this year.
Let's leave the losers from let's leave the losers like Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Westbrook out this conversation. This is a different type of conversation. Different kind of conversation.
But we can leave them out of the picture. There was people saying since last year that Chris Paul is a top 5 point guard of all time, like greater than Isaiah Thomas, greater than Oscar Robertson, arguably better than Steph Curry. Like that was
he's not better
without any chance. I don't know what conversation y'all be having with certain niggas, bro. I don't know. I never heard nobody.
Yo, what is up? Yo, my nigga, what is up?
Yo, low people.
Your mic is loud, bro.
What is up with your mic, bro?
Low, people were saying he was top 5.
I mean, I'm people. Call me people because he's still in my top 5.
He is a top 5 point guard. Why is he not?
He's still there.
He's not in his prime though. He's not. He's very clearly not in his prime, not in his peak of his powers no more. Like I'm not just gonna take him.
Give me the 5.
In his prime, he was blowing 2 leads. In his prime, he was underperforming in the playoffs.
I don't think he was ever underperformed. His team definitely underperformed, but I don't name a series where all right, I'll give you the 2014.
He blew a 3-1 to James Harden in 2015. So what was the dude on the?
But he played
like Corey Brewer. He let Corey Brewer outperform in the playoffs. And before that,
it's not his fault. Blake Griffin forgot how to play defense.
He did not play well.
Oh my God, Low.
Hey, your robot.
Fix your mic.
Your mic is still bad, bro. It's like terrible.
What about now?
This still
sounds like ass.
Scott, it's getting worse and worse.
Bro, I don't know what's worse, bro. The mic or the Suns right now, bro.
Chris Paul in those 3 games where they blew the 3-1 lead that you're talking about. I mean, 22-10 and what 2 turnovers this is. 31-11-7.
Yo, check his game 7 stats when he was
game 7, 25. What is this? 25, 10 and 5, 4 turnovers, 5 fouls. Shooting efficiency wise, he had 1 bad shooting game from the 3-point line that whole series, and he shot bad from the field 1 game. He didn't even play the first 2 games of that series. So
we can throw that one out of the way. But can we talk about we were just talking about Westbrook. Can we talk about how he got outperformed by Westbrook and the first player in NBA history to blow a 5-point lead with like 13 seconds left?
When was this?
That's wild.
He's talking about 2014.
I don't remember the exact year. I don't remember the exact year. I think it might have been 14.
It's still bad, Low. It's still bad.
Low, unplug the mic, bro.
This nigga's mic is done for. Oh my God!
Looking at
2014
against Westbrook. I mean, 2014 against the Thunder, which this must be the series against Westbrook you're talking about. I mean, 1 bad shooting game in a 6-7 game series. That's underperforming.
I became a Clippers fan during that series, and I don't remember Chris Paul really being like a badly efficient player.
He's never badly efficient, but he never gets the job done. He never gets the job done. Even last year in the finals, he wasn't particularly bad, but he didn't get the job done. That's been the story of his whole career.
His role on the team is never the guy that needs to get the job done.
So how do we say he's better than top all time? We can't put him top 5 all time when those other guys that we're saying is better that he's better than has been executed.
Name those 5 guys.
IT, Oscar, Magic, Curry.
You're talking about the Steph Curry that always
Just
did
off
all time.
the top of my head. Just off the top of my head. Just off the top of my head.
We're talking about the Stephen Curry that needed all-time greats to have the success he had as a team success. Like, there's no team success without the teams they had.
I don't know if I'm putting Curry over Chris.
No, nigga, name the fifth.
Y'all not put. All right,
name the fifth. What's the best four? Name the fifth.
And you can't even say Curry too, because at least Curry has people that make shots. Like,
but the
this
nigga
current
can't
Suns
name,
roster has nobody who can make shots.
He can't name five though. Name the fifth.
What did I already say? So I don't repeat.
You said the obvious ones. You said Curry. You said Magic. You said Oscar. You said IT. Where's the fifth? You can put John Stockton up there.
No, I was no. I wasn't gonna put him. I wasn't gonna put him up.
Gary Payton.
Bob Cousy.
Gary Payton.
Who you putting? Who's
five? The even is Stockton's done more than what's. I wouldn't say he's better though.
Who's the fifth?
Let me think.
While you think on it, let me just say this, and I'm not going to sit here and defend Chris Paul too long, but the reality is that to be a top 5 point guard, the standard of reaching that is just not as high as people probably think. So when you're sitting here saying you're going to be critical of Chris Paul for not winning a ring, okay, then name me the fifth. Name me the five who won rings or are putting up impressive numbers. Like, name me them. And you got 4. So who's the fifth?
Nash is better than Chris Paul. He isn't fifth, but he's better than Chris Paul.
So Nash is better, but he didn't get it done either.
It's not about getting a ring. I'm talking about not getting it done in the playoffs, not getting it done in the championship, not getting it done overall, not just not winning a ring.
Nash
I don't think
didn't get it done either.
What do you mean? Chris Paul's been on every level and succeeded on every level outside of winning a championship. He's gotten to a finals. He's gotten to a conference finals. He's won a conference finals.
He just got
through the first round, second round, third round.
Nash didn't get to the finals. So what is your point? Oh, okay.
This is crazy. Chris Paul definitely did hurt his stock, in my opinion. I was ready to push him to legit top 3 if he was able to really pull the team through and get to the finals as clear-cut the best player, or even arguably the best player again, just to prove that last year wasn't a fluke to me. And he shat the bed since game 3 or game 4, whichever one it was. Game 3 or game 4, shat the bed, was not the same player. And I can't wait for this game to be over and we get those reports of, oh man, I had a torn labrum, my ACL was twisted all the way around my ankles.
Wait, for
my Achilles was burning all series.
That's really the frustrating part. That's really the frustrating. It's his fans. They give him so many excuses. Like, I bet, like you said, they're gonna come out and say he broke his hand on that play that they kept talking about after the game. They gonna say he broke his leg. He had a torn this and that and the third, and he was probably had COVID after in the series and played through it or some crazy junk. Like, his fans always come up with an excuse every year. We're just saying he didn't get the job done. If they were to say that, it would make it a lot better.
As Lo said on stream, they're already using the age card. You're already pulling the age card right.
Yeah, the age card. I can't hear that. No, I can't hear the age card.
No, you can't hear it when people are still calling him an all-NBA player. We're going to treat him like an all-NBA player regardless of age.
Facts.
Yeah, but age play a factor into what you could do.
No.
But it
didn't matter.
Age didn't play a factor all series.
It didn't matter
long.
the last 2 series. Why does it
That's
now
what I'm
matter?
saying.
I'm not here. All right, let's get this straight. I'm not here defending Chris. Luka just ended this nigga career. I'm not here doing that. But what I'm saying is, like, age plays in the factor of you can't expect the same out of him that you would somebody who 10 plus years younger than him. You know what I'm
we're not even expecting
that. I understand that.
Hey, to the people in the chat, let's lower the fucking bar. I don't care how low you want to fucking lower it. Nigga, he didn't make a single shot in the first half. And they're out there in the third and fourth quarter stat padding in a 40-point blowout. Nigga, it doesn't matter how low we lower this bar, nigga. He was horrible for a fucking MVP caliber player, for an all-NBA first-team caliber player, for an all-star caliber player, for just a regular starter, for a fucking role player. He was bad. It was a bad play. It was bad regardless. It don't matter.
It was a revolving door on defense. Bro, it was a revolving door on defense. Wasn't playing no type of defense out there today.
I'm very confused as to, like, what are we supposed to say Like, what are we supposed to expect from him? Are we supposed to expect him to shit the bed all the time because he's 37? Like,
No, we're supposed to expect. No. You expect him to be one of the all-time great point guards, like we say he is. That's
right.
the expectation. And when he doesn't exceed that, well, when he doesn't do that, he has games like he had. You be critical of him, and you be objectively critical. Now, I will say, if anything, if there's a line drawn in the sand and it's defend Chris Paul or not defending Chris Paul, I'm on the defend Chris Paul side. Yes, I'm going to be objective. Yes, I'm going to give him his criticism because he played like absolute dog shit. I'm not going to get around that. Yes, I'm still going to call him a loser because last year was a fluke. Yes. But in terms of where he is all time, how people are just quick to say he's not top 5 anymore, but you can't name 5 better point guards all time. That's insane to me, and that's why I'm here. Like, let's pump the brakes. Listen, I'm king slander space. I get it. I'm quick with the slander. But let's not act like this one series is going to take Chris Paul from being arguably top 3 point guard all time to you to, oh my God, Brandon Jennings might have been better peak for peak. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying. He was never top. He was never arguably no top 3 point guard.
Yes,
Even with the ring.
Yes, he is.
This is not a legacy game for Chris Paul. However,
I'm not saying
let me finish. However, within the moment and the context of this season alone, yes, we are going to slander him and his performance, especially given how we or the media, however, have been calling him like an all-star and all NBA talent this year, right? Which he was playing like one. So within this year's context, we're going to slander him. But no way we're about to say Chris Paul can't be a top 5 player because in year 37, he didn't get it done against Luka Doncic, the guy who might be the best player in the world. Let's stop that, please.
Yo, I ain't even going to hold you. D-Book, bro. Come on, man. But you know what? It's straight because Chris Paul is old, bro.
There's a legacy game
old.
for D-Book. Sorry.
I'm going to say now, as we get done with all that, let's really talk about the nigga who needs to be slandered. Because this nigga Devin Booker. Nigga Devin Booker.
The problem with the Suns, bro, is
overrated.
Overrated. And the real problem with the Suns is that, like Ash said, for you to go out and win a championship, realistically speaking, you need an MVP caliber player. A top 5 to top 7. Hell, even a top 10 player.
That's not
Devin Booker ain't that nigga.
Devin Booker's not a top 10 player.
No. Now that y'all get the
D-Book. Devin Booker's not a top 10 player or a top 15 player, in my opinion. He's not.
No. You know what Hold on. We need to talk about this. Do not give him the max. Do not give Ayton the max.
I don't know about that.
Aiden's a quality center. Like, he's a quality center. He plays the pick and roll pretty good. He knows how to guard. He does things the right way. But the simple fact is, you need Chris Paul to give you the ball. If you need Chris Paul to give you the ball to score, your career is not going to be as good as it's supposed to be. For a prime example, with Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kareem would not have won those championships without a good person to run the ball for him. A prime example, Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson. If we're being realistic, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's not getting those. He's not getting that shit.
I mean, he would have got it in 1974 if he had some form of help, but yeah,
but if we're speaking of some form of help, Chris Paul has every damn thing he can possibly ask for. He has shooters, he has defenders, he has role players, he has everything that he needs. Quote unquote, another superstar in Devin Booker, but who has not proved nothing yet to me.
Nobody's helping Book.
Hey, no. But all I'm saying is this: like, from what I saw from DeAndre Ayton, the fact that he couldn't attack Dwight Powell and be effective in it, it's like, what the fuck? All right, bro. As a Suns fan, Ayton has been soft for really long now. He does really good at pick and rolls. He started dribbling recently, so oh wow, he's dribbling, but he's really soft. When he's about to hit the rim,
I don't like this.
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah,
because
he ain't no
Reggie Miller always loves to say oh, he needs to go down there and he needs to bang with the guys. It's like, what if he's just not that type of player?
The Suns talking heavy after the game too. Niggas trying to talk shit. Fuck up out of here, bro. These sorry ass niggas. I don't see D-Book talking.
Wait, let's not act like D-Book ain't the reason why we here. Let's not act like he had one bad game.
That nigga D-Book was talking heavy. What did Lucas say again? He said niggas like to talk when they up or some shit. Hey, or not niggas, not literally niggas.
I just want to know why were people so quick to call Devin Booker a superstar when it took Tatum it's going to be his 4th Eastern Conference Finals, and people now coming up to noticing that he's one of the best players in the league, Booker gets help from Chris Paul. He gets a very, very built team, goes to the finals, lose, and now people just overrate him so much. And it took other people so much more. They had to do so much more to finally get that respect. I just want to know why.
If we're being realistic, in my honest opinion, I don't think that Chris Paul should have signed the max to stay with Phoenix. In my honest opinion, Phoenix, they're still not ready. They're still too premature. And I think their backup point guard, for a prime example, Cameron Payne, when Cameron Payne played against the Lakers, whenever they lost in the first round, of course he was yapping his yap like he's been doing this already. They don't have a quality backup point guard. They don't have a quality backup shooting guard, if we're being realistic. And not only that, Devin Booker, for him to be such a big Kobe fan, why isn't he going? Why isn't he attacking all out? I'm going out gunning. I'm gonna have 30 shots up. I don't care if I'm 5 for 35. I'm going out gunning. I'm gonna make sure we have some type of chance. But bro, Chris Paul should have never signed that contract. He would have had a better chance signing with the Lakers or signing with Brooklyn or signing with some other team. Philadelphia, some other team.
Or just took less money. That's the other thing too.
Yeah, no, I would have never in my life, if I was Chris Paul, I never would have signed that contract.
Nigga,
that's crazy. That's crazy. If I'm Chris Paul, I'm signing that contract 10 times out of 10 every chance I get. Chris Paul didn't do nothing wrong by signing that contract. If I'm the Suns, I might not offer him that much money. But if I'm Chris Paul, I'm not turning that contract down ever.
That's a fact. But to lose, man, I just can't get over the fact that they lost by fucking 40 points. I don't give a fuck.
They was getting waxed by 40 plus the entire game.
Bro, they were getting beat by 50 at a point.
No, bro, this is worse than the Nuggets Clippers game 7 in 2020. This is way worse. Like just from like a game, from a game 7 point of view, not from like a series point of view.
No, I'm gonna say a game 7.
They just got 40 pieced on their home court after winning 64 games. Of course, it's more embarrassing.
Yeah, all I ask is let's slow up on Devin Booker, please. Like Devin Booker, the hype train as of right now, it has stalled and stopped. Get the fuck off. Let's slow up. All right, he's not a superstar.
D-Book is the second coming to Kobe, bro. That's all.
Let me say.
He's never been that. I never thought he was that. Even when he was playing great, I never thought he was a superstar.
He's never been that good. He's great, but he's never that good. Let me say this real quick. And after I say this, I'll be done with the CP shit. Last 4 games for Chris Paul: 5 points, 7 points, 13 points. Tonight, 10 points. Chris Paul has had 4 straight horrible games. If it is true that this is just who he is at age 37, it might not.
Which once again, it shouldn't be a bad thing. Like, he's still a very good player, and he's 37. Like, it's just kind of like unfortunate from a team building perspective. But Chris Paul being this good at this age is a very good thing for him in his career. So.
The role players just didn't show up.
One thing as like a Suns fan is that like going into the trade window, before the trade window closed, we're all like, well, some of us have been looking for like better players because Payton has been like terrible. Shamit has been really consistent. Jay Crowder's Jay Crowder. So I don't know. It's kind of frustrating because we got blown out, but I was kind of laughing halfway through. But definitely, like, I feel like this offseason is probably the more important one. CP3 is gonna be CP3. Booker can get his, but when Booker's like the main guy to lock down, and CP3's ghosting, like no one's gonna come up and help. Like they play like ass.
Wait, Sean, what you gotta say? Yeah, Sean, what you gotta say, bro?
No, I was just saying, like, this is when we talk about the offseason stuff like that. Like, if you're Phoenix, like, how do you retool to like what is it that you need to get better on? It's
trade for Zion.
This game 7. Well, like, no, in this moment, yeah, sure, you can, like, dive into that. But in this moment, like, this is, like, the biggest of choke jobs ever, to the point where it's like, we had it, we just choked. So, like, what is there to fix? And so when you look at the history of, like, teams who, like, you know, missed the finals or, like, didn't win the finals, they come back the season after and have a dominant performance. Like, this was Phoenix's, like, Cinderella run. Like, they were on their way, first seed, 64 wins. Everything was lining up for them to win, and they just had to beat the 4 seed, and it looked like when their home wins, they had everything taken care of. And, you know, the first couple losses on the road, like, it is what it is. Some series is going to go to 6, and then to lay an egg in Dallas in 6, which is okay, and then for this to happen, and, you know, I thought they were so good that even down 30 at half, like something was going to happen. They went into the fourth quarter down 42. Like, this is so different because you don't even know where you go from here because you paid CP already. You don't know what he has left, and you're committed to him. And this is what I was saying when they signed CP for the 3-year, $90 million. Is like, that's great. Suns fans were going crazy. That's great. You guys can have 1 to 2 seasons, but this man's going to retire soon. And after that, who knows? You're not going to go back to the 20-win seasons like you did because Devin Booker's better. But like, you're going to regress back to the average, which is back to 40 wins, and you have no supplement after that. So,
and the one thing is that
for them not to take care of their competitive advantage and take care of their championship window, like, this is a disastrous end to this season. And when people wake up in the morning and it's not going to subside because this is that bad. This is that bad.
Real quick, like to add on to that, for them not taking advantage, like that, them not trading for Eric Gordon because they didn't want to like give up a first. Like, I think that is that's gonna be one of the downfalls of their season because they really could have used a guy who can get to the rim, can shoot threes, and is a big body who can defend. That is a very, very big reason.
And another lob threat too.
Ash, but that, like, my point is that, and like that's something that people are going to point to in the offseason. But from my perspective, like, they had all the pieces to win it now, and every single piece just did not show up. So if you're the owner and you're the GM, you're just like, what the fuck?
This is the perfect team.
This is how the Daryl Morey and the owner, I forgot his name,
for the second year in a row, by the way, Shep.
Raquel Stone, exactly.
Hey, and let's not act that Monty didn't get outcoached.
Raquel Stone, the owner of the Houston Rockets, and Daryl Morey, after 2018 missing 27 threes, like, they're like, what the fuck do we do? And so for that to happen, they retooled or whatever, they ran it back, and they didn't take care of business. This is going to be one of those moments where they didn't take care of business. James Harden left. Their championship window is now closed. They're in full rebuild mode. You can't help but wonder if this is going to happen when CP retires and you're left with Devin Booker. So this is just disastrous. I don't know if they'll ever get back here again because the league and the West is catching up. So this is just terrible for the Suns.
Everyone's gonna get healthier. Like the Nuggets, like especially the Nuggets.
The Clippers are back. The Lakers might be back. The Wolves are trying.
Oh my God!
Steve Book is gonna be fine.
Let me answer the question because not the fucking Lakers, but let me answer the question. The answer to the question is that Ayton and Booker have to take the next step. Like that is legitimately because everything else, realistically speaking, is really already there.
Exactly.
Like Jay Crowder, he's not like crazy old. He's like 31, 32, quality, scrappy defender, 3-and-D player, knock down three. He actually had a really good series shooting from 3 this series. Mikal Bridges, young 3-and-D wing as well. He may develop a little bit, but still out there. Cam Johnson looked good out there at times, standing in front of his player and playing solid defense while also being a quality 3-point threat. And then at times, maybe get an upgrade from campaign, maybe, and then also kind of maybe not retool it to be so heavily leaned toward trying to stop Giannis with JaVale McGee and Biyombo. But at times, though, they still had quality minutes from their role players. The reality is that Chris Paul is going to get older regardless. That shit is not changing. That's not changing. Who needs to be improving to get to that level is Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. Booker has to step into the realm of being a top 10 player in the league. And to see what Tatum is doing right now, as he has, in my opinion, if he hasn't already established it, he will continue to establish it, I feel like, moving into the conference finals. Booker has to take that next leap of becoming a top 10 player in the league. And if he can't do that,
he needs to be top 15 to do that.
He's already top 10, if you ask me, top 5. But anyway.
No.
How many more seasons does Devin Booker have left? You think?
Top what? How many
top 5?
How many more seasons does Book have left in the league? Like 10, 12?
You really don't believe yourself.
How many more seasons does Devin Booker have left in the league? 10 or 12?
Yeah, he's 25. Like,
he's 25, so he has 10 good years left.
Or
I'm telling
20,
you right now,
or
man.
26.
I'm telling you right now, man. Like, this is not to be ironic, but like, this is literally how Steve Nash's career, when they sit him down and go season by season, the missed opportunities. This again, whether it's Devin Booker's career or obviously in CP's career, again, like, this is what's written down. Oh, what happened in that 22 season? Like, this is going to be so bad.
I don't want to jump to that conclusion because I mean, 25, 26 is still relatively young, and Ayton
for him, yeah.
But Ayton is 23 going on 24. So it's not like there's not room for improvement. But
that's what we're talking about. You're mentioning those two guys taking the next leap. That means they need to find another piece minus CP to be able to compete in the next decade or so. And we don't know who that is. That dude's in college.
I don't really think they need another piece. And I'm not saying that Chris Paul is so disposable where like they can just run around with some nobody. Like they need a quality point guard. That's fine. But
no, I'm strictly talking the post CP era, though. That's what I'm saying.
I would assume that Mikal Bridges would like develop by then.
The post CP era.
No. I'm not expecting. I'm not. But
bro,
I'm not expecting.
Bro.
I'm not expecting Mikal Bridges to develop because that's not really Mikal Bridges developing to like a scorer who can give you 15, 20 points is not really like there's no way in their offense where that he can develop into that. Like at best, maxing out at probably what like he just never. I don't think he's gonna be a 20-point scorer. Like right now, who he is right now is more or less who he's going to be. I feel like for a good portion of his career. I could be wrong, but he spent 4 years in Villanova. It took him 4 years to get where he's at right now, or 3 years in Villanova. How many ever years it was. And he's in his 4th year in the NBA now. Who he is as a player right now is a really good NBA player. So I don't want to make it seem like he's some nobody. He's a really good quality 3-and-D wing who has the versatility to stay in front of 3, maybe 4 different type of positions and give you great effort and accuracy on the 3 on the other end. But that's all he really needs to be, though. The develop has to be Ayton and Booker. It just has to be.
But that's what I'm saying, Lo, is like we can talk about this development from an individual standpoint, but like, bro, they won 64 games and had the best record in the league already. Minus those developments you're talking about. The things that are now we're talking about is the intangibles of that core. Like, can they get it done and recover from this choke job next year? So we can talk about these individual developments, but they can develop all they want, but who's to say it's going to keep them from another, second round game 6 30-point blowout again?
I think that is it though.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, but Lo, because at the end of the day, right? You're talking about developments, yada yada yada. Like this is the second straight year in a row where they've lost up to Lo. Like
and it had nothing to do with developments. It had nothing to do with developments.
They've been the better team.